Meeting you where you are. The meaning behind the slogan is that we meet the community where they are on their journey towards holistic health, a plant-based lifestyle, and veganism, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. We do this through people, food, events, and culture. Our 6 pillars are earth, eating, education, empowerment, enlightenment, and events. We are Black Veg Society.
Thank you for tuning in. We are live. Let me help you and a loved one or friend find your vegan soul through food, people, events, and culture. June is National Fresh Fruits and Vegetable Month, and the Children's Veg Fest is next Saturday, June 15th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Father's Day weekend, and we have a special guest, one of our sponsors, Mother Nature, is here to tell us what is going to be going on their end. How are you doing, Kelly?
Oh, well, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm so excited. Like it's like a 1,000 million things that need to get done. But tell us, why are you sponsoring the Children's Veg Fest?
Absolutely. So, of course,
Okay, we lost Kelly.
1 second. I think my alarm had went off. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, because we got a lag, but I'm just going to talk. Let me know if you can't hear me. But so I'm super excited to be a part of the Veggie Fest. Mother Nature is my brand. We focus on holistic juicing. So we focus on the mind, the body, and the spirit when it comes to juicing. We started this in 2020, so it's just blossomed into so many different layers. One of the main reasons we are participating in this event is because the children need healthy juices. They need to know how to juice, what it means to juice, having these skill sets for when they get older and they don't have to go to a store to go get a juice. If they don't want to, they can just be like, oh, I used to juice when I was 5 years old. So I know how to put this in a juicer. I know what juicer works for this type of fruit, what will yield this much juice. So it's just giving out that education to the little ones. We all need it, but especially the little ones.
Exactly. And you're going to be doing a demo. I have it right here. 12 o'clock, right? Okay, everyone, here is the information. So 12 p.m. Smoothie demo by our sponsor and also vendor. Mother Nature will be vending at the Veg Fest. So 12 p.m. You definitely want to be there for the smoothie demo. Tell us, how did you get started with Mother Nature?
Sorry, my mic. I can't hear you. It's mute on my end. Hold on 1 second.
You can't hear me at all? I can hear you clearly. I hope you're all right. Okay, while Mother Nature is checking on her end.
Can you say?
I can hear you.
Okay, I hear you now.
Okay, good. So talk to us about how you started Mother Nature and what has been going on.
Yes, so Mother Nature started in 2020. I started this due to my sister. She was 33 years old when she was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. So once she got that diagnosis, the doctors told her verbatim, like when we were asking, like, well, what should she be eating? What would you recommend that she eat, things that she do? And they pretty much told her like she could eat whatever she wanted. Like they said, like you can go home and have a cheeseburger if you want. Like that's what they said to her verbatim. And it didn't sit right with my spirit. So I began to kind of go down a rabbit hole of research to see like what does juicing do for the body, what herbs help for the body, what has anti-cancer properties. And it kind of just like led me down a rabbit hole, just trying to help her alongside her journey. So during that journey, I was living in East Baltimore, and I was just like, well, you know, it would be really dope if we had a juice bar here as well, because we don't have that access to those fresh like juice products, healthy products. So I was just like, well, I think I want to open up a juice bar, and I got a job at Pure Raw, and because I wanted to learn how the juicing business operates, and I was in there. I was like working for like $9 an hour. Like I was like doing so much in there, and like one of the managers pulled me to the side. He was like, what is it that what do you do? Like he's like, why? He's like, you work really hard in here. Like what are you trying to do? And like at that moment, I could have like kept it to myself, but I just told him, I said, hey, like I'm here because I want to learn how to juice, because I want to open up a juice bar. And he really took me under his wing. Like as soon as I told him that, like he was like, oh yeah, you're coming front and center with me. So like teaching me how to navigate with like a line for the customers, how to chop up your fruit really quickly, how to create your bowls, your smoothie bowls, how to use like different superfoods. Like he really just took me under his wing. And fast forward, the pandemic struck. So
Mm, mm,
lost that job, and then
mm-hmm.
also
Yes.
at Hopkins that time. So I lost Hopkins as well. So I was kind of just like stuck with no income. And I was just like, okay, I've now newly acquired this skill for juicing, and I was posting online about like the journey while I was helping my sister and what I was learning. And everyone would always ask me like, well, when are you going to sell juices? I was like, well, I wasn't prepared to sell a juice yet. I just wanted to show y'all what I was learning. But you know, push come to shove, I was just like, well, I need to make some money. And I started selling juices. I started selling sea moss, different herbal blends. Like I just was like, I'm just gonna go fully in, and I was like delivering through the pandemic and shipping out of state. Like I've really became like a household name online for a trusted source for like wellness information and products as well. And then like along this journey, just got a lot of amazing opportunities, and I landed in a space in Hamden as my first brick and mortar. That was an interesting journey, and I
Talk about you telling us it's interesting. Go on. I
it was
know about opening up a brick and mortar. Like we're 13 years in the game at the Land of Kush, getting ready to open our second one. So talk to us about that. People need to know, like really real. And you're talking about you were starting and the pandemic hit. Tell us the story.
So, fast forward. So I'll tell you, before I opened the brick and mortar, I had an opportunity to go down to Lexington Market. We got selected to go down to Lexington Market, the new Lexington Market. We went through the entire process. Like I'm talking, like I was in a room with 7 different designers, different construct. Like it was a really intense process. This is me, you know, I'm coming in. You know, this young Black girl, I'm just like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but I just wanted to sell juice. But I had the whole layout. Then we got down the line. Some things, things got shitty, and I decided that Lexington Market was not going to be the move for me. So that was kind of just like a letdown in itself. But I was still on the hunt. I was still on the hunt. I was kind of playing around with the idea of like, oh, I want to open up a juice bar. And I was like, oh, but actually, I want to do like a health food store. And you know, like when you're in entrepreneurship, like your vision, like it stretches, like you could feel like you could do really anything. So it's just like I'm like, and especially when you're in wellness, it's like, oh, okay, well, I could do a center. Like it was just the ideas were flowing. But then I got an opportunity to open up a space in Hamden on 36th Street. So I walked in there, and I was just like, and I had saw like one building, I was like, this isn't it. I walked into another building, I was like, this isn't it. And then I walked to the final location, and I was just like, oh, I think this one is the space for me. There was another smoothie bar that was already there prior during the pandemic. So I was like, oh yeah, this is the spot for me. I opened up, and it was like, okay, I opened up during the wintertime. So me in hindsight.
How was that with the juices in the wintertime? The juices
It was as you know, like it was just like there with business, like you just learn things. Like now I know, like with this type of business and it being going into a new neighborhood with people starting to have to know me, I would have needed to open up in a season where it made sense, where people were looking for juice. Because it was like you open up in the wintertime, like, yeah, you'll get people to come in that are juicers that actually love to juice. But if you're trying to pull in that population that you're kind of like, hey, don't you want to try this green juice? They're like, girl, I'm cold. I don't even want to drink anything.
right.
So going through that process, it was it was a lot. I had extremely high overhead in Hampden. Like, I don't know, you're familiar, but like the real estate.
Yeah, I know about it. Anywhere in the restaurant business alone, you're gonna have overhead, and
Yeah.
then depending on where you're at and your location, yeah, the overhead can be this high or can be this high. So yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it was this high too. So it was like, having to, navigate, my leasing agency. They were a bit shady. So having to navigate that. And then just having to navigate the changes that were happening in Hamden. Like when I got up there, like there was a lot of political stuff going on, like that. It was just the timing of me being in Hamden, it was just a lot, and it really affected my business, and just certain other things. Like again, in hindsight, like what part of 36th Street I'm on. Even the fact that my storefront, like you had to walk up the steps to get into my store versus it being on a ground level. Like those are like small little details.
Logistics.
Yeah, they'll affect business because people were looking up, they couldn't see what was going on. And because of the way the store was designed prior to me getting in there, it did not look like it was a juice bar. Like people couldn't tell what was going on until they actually walked in there.
Right.
And it was just like, I had to understand, like, okay, just because you have this storefront doesn't mean like people are going to walk in. Like you have to actually be outside. Like you need to.
Yes.
Still.
Yes.
Like, it's almost as if you didn't even have a storefront. You still got to be outside.
That's the real thing. And I'm glad you're saying that, because I'm going to be getting into something fourth quarter in terms of business consulting, because people need to know this, because I of all people can tell you and anyone, like, you still got to be out there in some shape, form, or fashion, because you can have the best juices in the entire city, and there's a lot of juice. And you said pure raw juice, yes, and they have multiple locations. But as a small business owner, a small Black business owner, when you're first opening up with your first location, you still got to be out there in the face of the community, or you got to make it down from your brick and mortar and be like outside, like, hey, I'm here. Try these juices. Here's some set. I'm right upstairs, y'all. Like,
yeah. And it's like, that's something you don't really realize. Like, again, like when I was doing my pop-ups in the community, like that's how I operated. And that's how I still operate now that I'm back outside. But like, once I got to that store, I was like, oh, they're going to come in here. It was like, nope, girl, you have to go outside.
don't
So
work like that. Yep.
I started to do like collaborations with pop-ups out front, and I used to just have people like doing their like cooking, whatever was comparable to juicing, and then I started to juice like outside. So
now it's an expedition. It's a show.
It's a it's a performance, honestly.
The Mother Nature show.
It's a performance. And that's when I realized, then I was like, because I used to do the pop-ups where I just used to show up with the juices, and that's a beautiful experience too. But also, like, I'm not one of those people. I don't enjoy really like doing 1,000 bottles of juices and I gotta come outside. It's just like, I realized after probably like the second or third event I had gone through before I got into that store, where it was like, I have 50 bottles of juices and I've only sold 25, and the shelf life on this is going to expire in 2 days. Like, I was like, oh, I'm working backwards. So being able to create that experience for people in front of my storefront kind of led me to where I am today. So fast forward, I closed the storefront. That was a bittersweet moment. Like, I had to make that decision because it was like, I was running out of money. I was putting me in such a bad space, and I was also just in a wrong environment. And I was just like, this is not working for me now. And I remember talking to my mom, and my mom was like, my mom also, she owned and operated a restaurant for 36 years in East Baltimore on Patterson Park and Chase Street. So like,
wow.
She's like she knows like the ins and outs. And I've seen like her journey like once I was older. But like, I was talking to my mom, and I was just like, this, I don't think I'll be able to sustain this space. Which was bittersweet because yes, I opened this space for the community, but at the root of Mother Nature, it was because of my sister. Like, I started this in hopes of saving my sister's life. So it was just like, once I was able to open the space, I was able to, get the news publications and all these things. And then I got down to the point I was just like, well, I have to close this space. Like, I was distraught, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So once I closed it, I took like months downtime. Like I was just kind of like, I didn't really want to juice. I wanted to just kind of figure out what am I doing right now because I have no idea.
Right.
So fast forward to this year, in a much better space, in a much better environment, and felt like, okay, I need to go back into this. And I was going to figure out like, okay, if I'm going to go into another storefront, I'm going to try to go back up to the same space. That didn't work out. So I was just like, okay, what am I going to do? And then I was just like, I need to go back to my roots. My roots was in the community. I was, outside.
Community. Community. Yeah, exactly. And now that you say that, we reconnected when we were at the Butterfly Rising event, the Black Butterfly Rising event.
Yeah.
So, folks, Mother Nature was at the Black Butterfly Rising event where Black Veg Society also tabled. We were, fundraising and selling the kale salad from the land of Kush and other stuff that was on the table just to raise some funds to pay for marketing for the Children's Veg Fest. And hey, Dick, how are you? Yes, may the Children's Veg Fest be a success. I appreciate you and your support. We were at that event raising funds because we got to pay for ads. It's a free event, okay? The Children's Veg Fest is a free event, free 99. First 200 registered children. When I say registered children, they have to be registered on Eventbrite. So the parent registers, obviously, the children come. First 200 will get a nice goodie bag filled with items. We have to raise money for these items, for the bags, for all that type of stuff. So we were there at the Butterfly Rising, and that's when I reconnected with Mother Nature because, I did see your shell at the Lexington Market because I was able to tour it before it opened. I was like, oh, Mother Nature's going to be here. And then when I went to the grand opening, I said, oh, where's Mother Nature? Because they didn't have a lot of vegan options. I'm like, what happened here? So I was glad to reconnect with you. So talk to us about what happened. So you were there, and I loved your setup.
Yeah, I was giving out the free samples of hibiscus juice. Yeah. So and the amazing kale salad that you gave me. Yes. But yeah, just getting back into community and just feeling like myself again. But now I'm coming with this entire production. People that are around me know that I'm in my mind, I'm like an artist. I'm like a performer. I have a very bold personality. And I feel like in this stage of life, I'm just letting it be out more and more. So a part of that is when I'm at these pop-ups and I recognize like people come for the juices, but also people come to see me and they come to see me in all my glory. Like it's one of my like highlights to be at these like juicing events. I get to talk about the juices. I get to watch people's reaction when they drink the juices, whether they like it or not. Like I loved
it. I love the setup. You had me set like I was like, oh my goodness. So I was so happy when you reached out and you wanted to sponsor the Children's Veg Fest because I'm like, thank the Lord, because somebody is going to pay for these social media ads that we're running. So if you see the ads, thank Mother Nature. Y'all are paying for those ads, okay?
Yes, all of that. So
what is your ask of the viewers? We're watching you now. You're telling us your story. You're definitely explaining the hardships of being a small business owner and the trials and the tribulations. We know you're going to be at the Children's Veg Fest next Saturday. You're going to be doing a smoothie demo at 12 p.m. What else can attendees expect from you the day of the event? And what is your ask? And how do they best connect with you?
So I'll be doing the juicing demo. I'll also have samples for everyone to try again.
Samples, everybody. We love samples.
The people do. They love them. So you'll get to try the samples, get to learn about the benefits of each of the different wellness shots, things like that. And just learning more about the Mother Nature brand. We are a holistic wellness brand. So yes, we're mainly juicing, but again, like we're tapping into that mind, body, and spirit. So like we're using products that are helping to help with mental clarity, helping to help with ease your anxiety, things of that nature. Like all these things, like it's thought out through and through. So you'll get those samples. You'll also get to see me. And I'll so excited to see everyone and just interact with everyone. My ask is, as Mother Nature is continuing to go through these transitions, just stay updated. Follow us on our social media. I have a few different farmers markets I'll be popping up at for throughout the summer. I'll also be starting juicing classes. That is something that is really major. Again, you can buy your juice all day long from me or from anyone else. But at the end of the day, like you really need to know how to take care of yourself. You need to understand, like, if I use this fruit, what can I pair it with? What your combination is? How can I heal myself? So I'll be starting juicing classes. I'll be announcing those locations. It's some really good locations. So I'll be announcing those as well. And just if that's something you're interested in, just come out. So follow us on social media and stay updated with Mother.
I love it. I love it. So the best website is mothernature.com. And then on Instagram, you're at Mother Nature. Is that correct? So folks, you can get all the information you need on how to connect with Mother Nature, mothernature.com. Kelly, I appreciate you coming on. I got a lot of things to talk about with this fest, and another sponsor has sent in a video, so I got to showcase that and let everybody know about them. So I appreciate you, and I will see you very, very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for your support. Folks, you are tuning in to Naja Speaks. Please share, like. Someone needs this information. You can follow me at Naja Speaks _vegan soul on Instagram. And my website is najaspeaks.com. Naja Speaks is a project of the Black Veg Society, where we are meeting people where they are on their journey towards holistic health, veganism, and the plant-based diet. I want to present a video that another sponsor from the vegans of the Children Veg Fest has submitted. So PCRM is also one of our sponsors. And when we were starting out with Black Veg Society, we would distribute a lot of their material. So thank you for your support, Physicians Committee of Responsible Medicine.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Edelman with the Physicians Committee's Food for Life program. The Children's Veg Fest lays out a great program to share the healthiest foods with the youngest members of our community, and in such fun and engaging ways. The Physicians Committee is aligned with you and with your goals to bring healthy plant-based foods to our young people, so they can taste and enjoy those foods, and so they can develop healthy eating habits for life. We are so proud to partner with you and to support this inaugural event. At the Children's Veg Fest, we'll be sharing our Nutrition for Kids booklet, which emphasizes for kids and for their parents and caregivers the importance of prioritizing a healthy diet from a young age. Healthy kids are more likely to become healthy adults. The booklet shares our Power Plate, which focuses on beans, whole grains, vegetables, and fruits as the key components for a healthy diet. The booklet even includes delicious suggestions for snacks and several recipes that kids can prepare at home.
All right. Thank you for your support, Physicians Committee of Responsible Medicine. They will have the children's kids nutrition booklets that all parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, godmothers, godfathers should pick up, because it is very, very, very important information on how to feed your children food for life. Food is supposed to give you life. So start living. Children's Veg Fest, Saturday, June 15th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. over at the new Middle Branch Fitness and Wellness Center, 201 Reedburg Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland. Zip code 21225. Food samples, music, cooking demos, vendors, and more. This is Baltimore's first ever plant-based family event. It is a family event. We welcome our elders. We value them in the community. This event is for you. This event is for anybody. If you don't have children, you can come to this event and get resources on how to eat better. So bring the inner child in you. Let's have a great time. Here are the activities. Let me run them all down. We're going to start with, okay, this is how the day is going to run. We have DJ TNT. He's going to be opening up with the music. So we open up at 10 o'clock. So he will be on the ones and twos, entertaining us. This is going to be the time that you're arriving to get the goodie bags. And when you get your goodie bags, you want to mosey on down and check out some other things that will be happening. Hey, we got upcycled instruments at play, 11 to 3 p.m. That's really interesting. Open for ages 4 to 10. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. I've never seen upcycled instruments at play, but this looks like a very, very fun activity. Then we have, I'm just randomly picking this. So 1:30 p.m. we have an acai bowl demo by Rich Juice Bar, which is a community partner in the Cherry Hill neighborhood of Baltimore. So where Middle Branch Fitness and Wellness Center sits is in Cherry Hill, and Rich Juice Bar is doing their thing out there in the Cherry Hill neighborhood. And I can tell you the acai bowl is so delicious. So you're going to want to see their demo. Absolutely. Then before that, we have Beatbox Dad. So as anyone is into the beatbox, it is Father's Day weekend. So wouldn't it be a special treat to bring your little one and listen to Mr. Root of the Beatbox Dads doing the beats, hippity hop, hippity hop. What else do we have going on? Yes, Spoons and Stories, ages 4 to 24, 1 to 3 p.m. Hey, tell us how health and community, what do you feel about health and wellness in the community? You'll be able to write your story, paint your story, color your story. So this activity is being facilitated by Brown Girl Wellness inside of the Middle Branch Fitness and Wellness Center, right when you get into the right. So they will be in there with this workshop from 1 to 3. So you are going to want to do that to express your visual, color, written artistry. Tell us what health and wellness in the community means to you. Then we have a bike rodeo from 1 to 4:30 that's being facilitated by Black People Ride Bikes. So that will be taking place in the basketball court over at the Middle Branch Fitness and Wellness Center. We also have storytelling, bilingual storytelling. So this event is multicultural. So the Veggie Mijas will be there. Activistas de la Tierra will be there with their storytelling and planting workshop. So they will be doing that at 3 p.m. So you want to make it to that as well. Then, yeah, there's a lot more. 4 p.m. Crystal Foreman of Holistic Wellness and Health will be doing a children container gardening workshop open to ages 6 to 12. So you're going to want to be there for that. The inner child in me wants to see what this whole container gardening is about. So very excited about that. And then we have at 4:30 a vegan food demo by Chef Danny of Damn Good Vegan. And she's Chef Danny is phenomenal. She did a demo for us earlier this year at Urban Life Center, raw tacos. And oh my goodness, I'm still thinking about those today. Very fresh, crisp, and fun to do. So you're going to want to check that out. I want to shout out some of the community partners that we have and some of the product donors that are supporting us in this event. Black Yield Institute is also based in Cherry Hill. They are a community partner. They will be there providing informational resources to the community. So we appreciate their support. We have community partner Terra Cafe, who is helping us out with water, making sure that water is available at the event and no one goes thirsty. Here's the goodie bag. First 200 children, 200 registered children on Eventbrite. So you got to go to childrensvegfest.com and register to attend the event. And then if you show up, we only have 200 of these bags. You will get this bag and it will be filled with a Dr. Bronner's lavender pure castor bar of soap, a mini soap. We appreciate Dr. Bronner's support. They are a sponsor and a product donor. There will be Hippies product. We will have sun butter samples. We have Notco chocolate milk. This is a plant-based alternative to milk, and it is delicious. I have adults that love this chocolate milk. And then what would it be like for us to be in Cherry Hill and not bring something cherry? So shout out to Eat the Change for their sour cherry berry cosmic chew samples. So we will have a limited supply of those for folks to try. So yeah, you want to get there early because it's not unlimited supply of samples. Shout out to Vegan Grants, a major sponsor of the event. Mercy for Animals, the People's Fund, Millworks offices. Shout out. We have a billboard that just went live on Sunday right over Orioles Stadium. So if you're coming on I-395 going south where it turns north and south, you will see the live billboard. It is running for 2 weeks. We want to shout out Millworks as a sponsor for affording us that, because those billboards are expensive. So we appreciate your support. We still have rooms for some vendors. So you want to go to childrensvegfest.com to sign up and register to be a vendor. All the information is on the website at childrensvegfest.com. We do have room. This is a children's event, and we are looking for those youth vendors. They are wanted. So again, youth vendors are getting special priority. So you can go to childrensvegfest.com. We have a youth vendor here, Justin's Hallelujah Shop. We have several youth vendors, and we'll be promoting them throughout the week to let folks know who will be there. Our community partner, Brown Girl Wellness. This is her son's business, Justin's Hallelujah Shop. So looking forward to seeing Justin there. We do need volunteers. We cannot put on these type of events without the help of the community. So if you're looking to volunteer, we appreciate your support. Go to childrensvegfest.com and sign up to volunteer. Where the sponsors and vendors sign up, you will see an option on the bottom for volunteer. So just register yourself there, and we will reach out to you and to fill you in on more of the details. That's pretty much it. You are again tuning in to Naja Speaks. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Follow me at Naja Speaks _Vegan Soul on Instagram and Naja Speaks on Facebook. Naja Speaks is supported by Black Veg Society. So please support us at blackvegsociety.org. We're meeting people where they are on their vegan, plant-based, and holistic health journey. So hope to see you at the Children's Veg Fest, Saturday, June 15th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Have a blessed day.